The Dark Side of the Moon, 1990 sci-fi horror movie with a supernatural twist.
In the darkness of space, an ancient power lives.
Something's out there. It's coming right at us.
Looks like the shuttle. Discovery from the old NASA program?
The crew of Space Corps 1 has discovered its secret.
Come on, that ship splashed down in the Bermuda Triangle 30 years ago. What's it doing up in space?
Look at this.
666, the mark of the beast.
Now, a scientific mission has become an exploration into the unknown.
Give me 30 minutes. If I'm not back, seal off the airlock.
Ain't no coming back.
Beyond rescue.
There has never been any contact with alien life forms. Thus far.
No one can hear you. Beyond reason.
There's something inside of her.
Beyond salvation.
You let it out, didn't you?
Where the hell are you?
I control your destiny. And I will take what is mine.
The dark side of the moon. Help is only 250,000 miles away.
Greetings, fiends. It's your old pal Horror Mike, and today we're looking at the 1990 sci-fi horror movie with a supernatural twist called The Dark Side of the Moon. Directed by DJ Webster and some excellent work by special visual effects supervisor John V. Fonte. Starring Robert Sampson, Joe Turkel, Will Bledsoe, John Diehl, and Camila Moore as Lesli, the stunning female android. Dark Side of the Moon plot. It is the year 2022. The six-man crew Space Corps is sent to fix a nuclear satellite in Earth orbit. The spaceship has a breakdown and runs out of power and oxygen and threatens to crash on the dark side of the moon. However, they find the NASA Space Shuttle Discovery stranded, and they dock the ship with Space Corps. They explore the shuttle and find the body of an astronaut on board and the supply of oxygen to survive. But soon they learn that the astronaut is not quite dead and is in fact the host of some strange force that possesses each one of them. Further, there is a connection between the Bermuda Triangle, the dark side of the moon, and this force that could be the devil himself. Sci-fi movies and the occult. While this is a rare subgenre combination, there have been a few flicks that have mixed high-tech and sci-fi with the occult and even the devil. Notable crossovers include John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness from 1987, Evil Speak from 1981 starring Clint Howard, and Paul W.S. Anderson's Event Horizon from 1997. In Event Horizon, a group of astronauts are sent to investigate and salvage the long-lost titular starship. The ship mysteriously disappeared 7 years ago on its maiden voyage, and with its return comes even more mystery, as the crew of the Lewis and Clark discover the real truth behind its disappearance and an ancient demonic evil that resides within the ship. In The Dark Side of the Moon, there is a connection drawn between the moon, the Bermuda Triangle, and satanic evil. After the body of the shuttle astronaut is brought on board the Space Corps ship, the crew become possessed and the supernatural elements take center stage. Even though it had a much smaller budget than Event Horizon, it is likely that Anderson was influenced by The Dark Side of the Moon, which predated his film by 8 years. Special effects. The makeup effects in The Dark Side of the Moon are uneven at best. You can tell a possessed crewman by the obvious cat eye style contact lenses, which is total overkill. But the blood and gore overall is pretty decent. The space shots and miniatures with the ships all look very good, as well as the ship interiors, with much of the credit going to special visual effects supervisor John V. Fonte. Fonte's credits in the visual effects department is pretty impressive, including work on such films as Life Force from 1985, directed by Tobe Hooper, Inner Space from 1987, Ghostbusters 2, 1989, The Abyss from 1989, Congo from 1995, and one of my personal favorites for practical visual effects, Ticks from 1993, also starring Clint Howard. If you haven't seen Ticks, it's on the Film Rise channel on YouTube. Here's a clip.
Unimaginable. Ticks do not get this big. Unthinkable. Unbelievable.
There's a huge fire. Who was supposed to take things headed this way?
Where civilization ends, the nightmare begins.
Everybody get upstairs!
Ticks.
Very much an 80s sci-fi horror film. The Dark Side of the Moon was released in 1990. It was filmed in 1989 between February 15th and March 25th, and some reshoots were filmed between August 8th and 11th of the same year. It was certainly written before that, and you can tell. It has that late 80s sci-fi horror vibe to it. Addicted to Lesli. Of all the characters in The Dark Side of the Moon, Camila Moore's portrayal of Lesli, the AI android babe, stands out for me for a few good reasons. First, Camila Moore and her twin sister were double trouble in Friday the 13th, Part 4. Second, and most important of all, the character Lesli totally reminds me of Robert Palmer's Babes in the stunning video for his rockin' 1985 song, Addicted to Love. And I think you would agree. I remember the first time watching that video, and I'd never seen anything quite like it. The statuesque and leggy brunettes clad in black were so perfect, I thought they could be cyber babes. And it's possible that the Dark Side of the Moon director DJ Webster was paying homage to Robert Palmer's chart-topping song, because Webster himself was a music video director, known for such 80s music videos as The Fabulous Thunderbirds, Wrap It Up, and Till Tuesday, Voices Carry. Actor Joe Turkel. Dark Side of the Moon was the final feature film performance by noted actor Joe Turkel. In the film, Turkel's character wears far-sighted eyeglasses, which are unusually large in frame and make his eyes look bigger than they actually are, just like his character in Blade Runner from 1982. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Dark Side of the Moon. As always, please like and subscribe. Thank you.